Okay, so we back at it again. Big and Fat Podcast. DJ Big Man here. Fat Williams here. And as you see, the shirt say heal,
Hey,
right? And so, a lot of the premise of this show is for us to talk about, brothers and their mental health, mental wellness, things of that matter, and to just focus on everyday life, certain things that go on, man. And part of that is us being transparent with things that happen with us, things that we go through during the week. And I mean, the brother Fat right here, he has some changes happen this week, man. And he telling me about it. I'm like, dang, all this happened this week.
oh, it's happened this week, bro. I mean, listen, it's been a. First of all, thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes.
Thank you guys for supporting us.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to my brother Biggs for the idea. I gotta big him up all the time because we about to take this to the tizzy, as I call it.
Yes.
But yeah, it's been a very eventful week. As you guys know, I was just to bring everybody up to speed. I was laid off from my job back in I think that was in May. They let us know that July would be the last day. And me being me, I rushed back to work, not taking a break in between, and I jumped into something that probably really wasn't my thing. But long story short, I went to work this week. Things wasn't right. Deep within myself, I knew that's not what I wanted, and I walked off. I sat in the truck. Just one thing happened,
Right.
and I got familiar with a lot of things that I saw on my previous job, and I said to myself, you know what, you putting yourself right back in the same situation that you was in before. I sat there in that truck and said, is this what you really want? The answer I came up with was hell no. So I sent them a text message. I said, listen, the truck keys and the gas car is in the cup holder. I will not be returning. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean, I stepped out on faith. I mean, it might not seem to them or whoever else that it was the right thing to do, but to me, it felt right.
Yeah.
The ride home, I smiled all the way home. It's been a few days. I've been getting some well-needed rest. I feel good. As you can see, I look good. And and it's so funny because on the back end of that, another opportunity presented itself. Something that might be a way better fit for me, better schedule, better hours, the same days off I had before. That way I'm able to do my little 1-2 like I was doing before. So, but that said, it's so much bigger than just a job.
Yeah.
This here is this is what my real focus on.
Right.
This right here. And this is what I want to level up so I can altogether say that I'm working for myself. I'm not even working. I'm coming every day to do something I enjoy. And when you do something you enjoy, you're not even working. You're just doing what you love. So it's been an eventful week. I'm happy. I feel good. And this is all part of the healing process.
Yes.
Heal. I got these T-shirts. His was free because we're partners. But brothers, if y'all want it, sisters too, if you feel like you want to get a heal shirt with the Men's Mental Matter logo, hit me up, DM, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, however you call, whatever. Yeah. $25. I got all sizes. So yeah, let's
yeah.
What about you, Biggs? How was your week?
Talk about it. It was crazy. Real quick, because we're streaming on Twitch. Got to give a shout out to my man DJ Meister, my man Purdue. He talking about Cowboys Nation stand up.
Hey,
y'all looking good in the
did we win last night?
Yeah, y'all won.
Okay, I ain't gonna get too excited because it's the same. I'm a Cowboy fan through and through, but I'm gonna just wait and see. But big up though.
Yes. So I mean, it's been an interesting week, man. It's been a really interesting week for me. It was a little different. I had a couple funerals to attend, and back to back, man.
Condolences.
Two brothers who I knew. One brother, he had ALS, which some people call Lou Gehrig's disease. He was 45 years old, man.
Wow.
And another brother, with the same age, he had a rare form of stomach cancer, and we laid those brothers to rest this week, and it was taxing, man. It was really taxing because, when you have those conversations all the time with these brothers and with anyone, whether it's a relative, whether it's a close friend, when you have those types of conversations on a regular basis, and then you can no longer hear that voice, it leaves a void for you, man. It leaves a void, and then when you're sitting around, you start thinking about conversations that you had, and you pick up the phone and call them, the way they answered the phone, the way that you joked around with them, and that is no more.
Yeah.
So it leaves a void, and for those people who are just tuning in, this is the Bigg and Fatt podcast. I know most people who have been on at least my Twitch stream, they were used to seeing me get on here and DJ and stuff like that. And I might still do that from time to time, but right now, we're just talking about men's mental health and different things that men might be going through that they're struggling with, and they feel like they have nowhere to go. They feel like they don't have people to talk to. And so maybe something that we talk about on the podcast will be something that you're looking to talk about. And maybe it's something that we can open up and have some conversation, maybe outside the lines. Maybe you could become a guest on here. We'll figure out how to tap people in from wherever you are across the country, around the world, have you pop in on video, talk about it. We can have open discussion. We just want to get things started and really start conversation, man. There's different things that we're going to talk about in real life. I mean, I was watching a show earlier, and I got to talk to you about this. I'm going to watch it again because it was talking about where the concept of credit cards started and the premise behind that. So I really want to take notes on that so that we could talk about it, so we could really understand different things that we look at today and how it was designed and how it's impacting us now. Because a lot of times we take things for granted. It's just there, it's accessible to us, and we use it at our will, not understanding what it was really designed for, so that we can know how to use it in the best way to benefit us. Not just to benefit us right now, but to benefit us long term. So, I mean, yeah, that was the week. That was some of the things that I went through. But some of the things that I've seen, unfortunately, I woke up this morning and we're here in Connecticut. And I'm watching, and my daughter was out last night. So, I'm like, okay, yeah, go have a good time. And then my phone is going crazy because it's alerts. I still get news alerts from when I was doing radio and stuff like that. And you talk about right down the street from a venue, there was a shooting. 5 people were shot and things like that. So immediately you start to worry. But then I had to look back, and I'm thinking I was DJing somewhere else last night doing a private event, and my daughter was texting me because she was back at home. So I was like, oh, okay, I don't have to worry about that. But what about those people who had to worry about it? What about those people who had to worry about it? I mean, young lady who we know, her kid is off at school, and on his campus there was a shooting, and she was trying to reach him, and he was asleep. But all of that time that she's trying to reach him, and she had other people trying to reach him. Imagine being that parent and going through that. You know that there's something happening where your kid is, and you're unable to reach your kid. We're getting close to the anniversary of 9/11. And I remember that day like it was yesterday, man. So when people, they tell their stories, they show those old stories, I can replay that day, everything that I had, even up to what I had to eat that morning.
Yeah.
I could replay that day.
Yeah.
Because I was supposed to book a flight that day. I hadn't flown in years. I was supposed to book a flight to go to a DJ conference. Myself and another DJ, DJ Drake, we were talking about it on my way to work. And he was like, yo, man, we got to go to this conference. We got to go to it. It was in Florida at the time. And I'm like, man, I haven't been on a plane in years.
Yeah.
And that whole, the week before leading up to that, he was calling me. We talked about it that weekend. So I said, you know what? I'm going to look up some tickets or whatever. I get to work, get situated, organize my day. And, just some of that. We'll probably talk about this at a later time. But all of that happened that day when I was going to do all of that.
Yeah.
And that shook me up. But then, and then it took another almost year for me to even consider flying again. But what happened over the course of that year is that I thought about it. Any day could be your last day. And one thing that I learned from my man who we just buried is he knew. He knew that he was struggling. Bay Area, what's up? Yeah. He knew that we were struggling. He knew that he was struggling, and he was going. He was living life. He passed like a week or 2 weeks after he went on another vacation. He was just going. And the bottom line is tomorrow's not promised, man. We need to live life and live it the right way.
Yeah.
And if we're struggling with something, man, go and get the help that we need so that we don't cut our lives short. Because that stress is real, man.
It's real.
That stress is real.
It's real.
It'll have your blood pressure through the roof. Next thing you know, you have ailments and stuff, and I'm talking about it from first-hand perspective. First-hand perspective. And shouts to my girl Bay Area on the Twitch stream, man. She's out in the Bay. She's a Niners fan.
Bang,
bang.
Niner gang?
Yes, bang, bang. Bang, bang.
You allow this type of stuff?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But the thing is, on a serious note, we want to talk about those things, man, and we want to have brothers feel confident enough and feel comfortable saying that they're
That's right. There's something wrong.
Yeah, they're not okay.
There's something
It's
wrong.
okay to say that you're not okay. It's okay. All right, but what we have to do is embrace that, because it's just like any other challenge in life. It might be difficult, it might be scary, but you need to run towards that fear, because on the other side of that fear, that's where that good time is. That's where all of the goodness is, on the other side of that fear. Because, people told me years ago, and I read about it, fear is false evidence appearing real. In Bay Area, I got to call you. I got to figure out how to get all of this stuff off this Twitch stream that keeps popping up in the chat. But we have to understand that, and we need to move in the right direction. We, as brothers, we walk around with this trauma all day, and we hide it and try to put it to the background by calling it, being manly and stuff like that. But you're really just damaging yourself.
Yeah.
And then what you're doing is you're misplacing anger.
Yeah.
You're misplacing all of that rage and stuff. And so, I want to say, and I don't want to misquote it, but they were saying, when you carry that trauma around and you haven't addressed it, you end up cutting the people and making them bleed who that cut was never intended for.
Yeah. I got I don't know how clear you guys can see it. I'm probably going to get this logo at the bottom done a little bit more bigger so it could be more clear for people to actually read it. But it says, it can easily turn into violence when we choose to suffer in silence. And that's something I came up with way back last year when I first decided to do the whole men's mental thing. I can honestly say, am I delivered yet? No, absolutely not. I still have my hard times. I still have my struggles. I still have my moments. I'll still cry. I'll still be sad from time to time. But one thing I've noticed, I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not scared anymore because I made the first step to say, you know what, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with how I'm feeling. There's something wrong with the things that I'm doing. There's something wrong. Even though I would mask it and still go to work every day and still do things I have to do. I mean, because we have to earn money. We have to earn a living. But one thing I did notice, I would soak all of the problems in alcohol.
Yeah.
I mean, I still drink now, probably a little bit more than I should. But I'm not drinking now to just hide all of the stuff that I'm going through. Before, it was just like day after day, just liquor, just soaking all of my problems in that. Yeah. I don't tend to do that anymore because I know that that's not helping. It's kind of like when you cut yourself, you put a Band-Aid on. It's just temporary. Yeah. I mean, until you really get to the root of the problem and until you really decide, you know what, I'm going to deal with this head on, you're not going to have any success at it. And that's why this is so important to me and to Biggs as well, because the first time he came on and we sat down, he talked to me about some of his struggles, and just looking at him and watching him every day, you guys, myself, you probably wouldn't even know some of the stuff that he opened up to me about, because whenever you see him, he got this big smile. He DJing, he got the music playing, he big man. That's who he is. I mean, on the radio, tell him why you mad. You know, but you don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on behind all of that you never know about. Yeah. But it's okay to not be okay. Talk about it. If you don't, then all you're going to do is just self-destruct from the inside, and somebody or yourself can end up getting hurt. So fellas, we here for y'all. You know, chime in, talk about it. Don't be afraid. Reach out to us. Reach out to somebody, doctor, therapist, friend, family, whoever. But don't ever walk around and think that help is not available, because it is.
Mm.
You know, the only embarrassing part is when you're afraid to speak up, when you're afraid to say something.
Yeah.
That's what you should be ashamed of. Don't be ashamed to ask for help, or to you know, admit to the fact that, hey man, something's going on. I need to, you know, I need some help. So
And like you said, you would turn to alcohol. I was turning to food.
mm,
I'm gonna be honest. I was turning to food. And my wife knowing me the way that she does, she can identify it. She'll know that I'm stressed out because there's certain things that I go to.
mm-hmm.
You know, there's certain things that I go to, and I'm eating late at night and stuff, and sitting around, you know, trying to sneak and eat snacks and all this crazy stuff, and I'm stressing out about things.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, when you can openly admit that stuff, you stop harming yourself, because I'm doing nothing but harming myself by doing that.
Yeah, health
You know,
wise.
I'm harming myself health wise,
Yep.
and it's difficult because it became a habit to me. It became my comfort zone. And so when you see people struggling with different things, any type of addiction, because you can be addicted to whatever.
Anything.
When people say addiction, they think that it only applies to drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
That applies to everything. It can apply to food. It can apply to different things. And you have to be able to identify that. What is your go-to when you're stressing out in silence that you think people don't see? Because sometimes I think people don't see it, and they see it. And you know, we have to be comfortable enough in our own skin to admit, nah, I'm not good. I'm not good at all. And I think I always struggled with that because I was always the go-to person. People came to me with their problems, and I was trying to give them advice, but I could give better advice than I can take.
That part.
In all honesty, and I'm, you know, I can admit that, but I think what happens is, you know, people come to you so much that they never say, "Well, how are you doing?
Mm,
How are you doing?"
bro.
And so I'm sitting here and I'm going through the struggles, and like Fatt said, man, I sit around sometimes and I'm in silence, and sometimes I'll sit in a room, no TV on, no light on, man. I'm just sitting there, and my head is racing, and that's my own time with me to ask myself, "Are you okay?" Because nobody else took the time to ask. They came to me with their problems,
Yeah.
but nobody took the time to ask.
Yeah.
And yeah, suffering in silence, man, and that's a real thing. So you might have someone who you consider a loved one, someone who you care for, and things like that. Man, pick up the phone and call them.
Yeah.
Check on them. Be like, "Yo, I just wanted to call, see if you're all right."
Yeah.
Because you're not, and you're not gonna drink the problems away. You're not gonna eat the problems away. You're not gonna smoke the problems away. You might drink yourself away. You might eat yourself away. You might smoke yourself away. But it's not, the problem is still gonna exist.
It remains.
It's gonna remain. And some things you can control, some things you can't control, man. And sometimes you gotta leave it in God's hands and say, "Hey, man, you know, take this from me. I believe in you. You do the work." But it's tough, man. It's a tough space to get to first of all admit to yourself and others that you're not right because of our conditioning. You know, the way that we were raised, man, toughen up. Ain't nothing wrong with you, man. Just suck it up, man. Go out there and do something. Men don't do this. Men don't do that.
Yeah.
And
It's
we,
so stereotypical.
Yeah.
It's not like, that's not like accurate at all.
Mhm.
Like, it's okay to, even like, you know, with women, you know, it's okay for us as men to not be okay sometime. Like we have those moments where we might need you to be strong for us sometimes. Like, are you okay? Is everything all right? And you know, it's not, you present this strong front, and because you're trying to be a man, but we got that like you said, that what's the word you just said?
what, that's the stigma or the
Yeah, that we men, so we have to just
Yeah.
man up. We have to just be tough, get over it, deal with it. No, it's not that simple. Like, sometimes you need that outlet. Sometimes you need that conversation. Sometimes you need those tears to fall. You need somebody to ask you, "Are you okay?" and to listen.
Yeah.
So we gotta get more into that and stop being so much about ourselves. Sometimes it's about checking on the other person, just seeing if they're okay. Like,
Right.
so,
And you know, here's another thing, because when brothers have issues and they bring it to other people, people prey on it as a weakness. And instead of you saying, yo, this brother, you know, look, man, we need some help. We are so programmed to attack somebody's weakness that then we start gossiping about it because, contrary to opinion, men are the biggest gossipers out here. You gossip all the time. You tell other people's business. Think about how many of your boys you talk to, and you know you confided in them. Trust me, they have pillow talk or they told other people in the crew, man. You know you.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And the thing is, man, how are you doing that? So we are our own worst enemy because we tend to kick people while they're down, and we look at it as, oh man, this dude is soft. Look at him, man. He ain't gonna make it, man. Let's get him out of here. Do whatever to get him out of here instead of helping him. And then when something happens, all you got to say, oh, he was a good dude.
Yeah.
He was a good dude, man. Oh, I ain't know. You lying because he came to you. He came to you to talk to you about it, and what you did was you clowned him about it. Women, the same thing. Like you said, you know, let's stop beating up men who come to you know, they come to you with their problems. Yo, I'm not good. I'm going through this. I'm going through that. I need to deal with this. I need to deal with that. Oh, you being soft. You soft. You soft. Nah. They coming to you to confide in you because you supposed to care about them. You told them that you love them. You told them that you're their partner. But you're a conditional partner. Because you're their partner as long as it's convenient for you. But when you got to put in that extra work, now it's like, oh man, he ain't being a man. He ain't being a man.
Yeah.
That's your man.
Yeah.
And if that's your man, then y'all supposed to be able to have these conversations and sit down and keep that behind closed doors. Stop telling all your single friends your business.
Right. Right.
Because, I mean...
and some things are not, you know, some things are not weaknesses.
Right.
Like some things are, you know, choice.
Right.
Like some people just, you know, everything is not somebody being weak or soft or whatever. Like, you know, circumstances, like as they say, life happens, and it's gonna keep happening.
Yep.
It's not ever gonna stop, and that's why, you know, you always want to prepare the younger generation, especially your children, your girls as well, but mainly your boys, because again, that whole thing with being a man, you know, stand up, be responsible, hold yourself accountable, all of these things. But sometimes we get tripped up along the way by what? By life.
Yeah.
And when it happens, you gotta be prepared for it. But don't ever think that you're soft or you're weak because you stumbled along the way, or because you fell down, or because you're experiencing a tough time, or you're not. You just need some help.
Think about this, man. Black men, as we leave out the door, we have a different set of worries than anybody else. We have a different set of worries because we are going out the door wondering, okay, if I get stopped by the cops, are they going to hear me out? If this, that, and the other happens. Because sometimes you are guilty just by being black and a male. And don't have a little size to you. Now you're intimidated. So if you try to have a discussion with somebody, the first thing that they're thinking about to diffuse the situation is to take you down.
Yep.
So think about all of those things. Like we walk around thinking, oh man, I'm tough, I'm this, that, and the other. But yeah, that sounds good coming out of your mouth, but how does that project when there's somebody else standing in front of you and you're trying to diffuse the situation and they're not hearing you trying to diffuse the situation? They're looking at you and thinking, oh, if he grabs me, I'm finished. I got to act first. And you're trying to diffuse the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let's stop looking down on the youth too. Let's come together and figure out what we can do for them.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of misguided youth in our community. And it's a lot of them suffering from trauma, but they don't know where to go. They don't know where to go. And because you got the youth suffering from trauma, you got the grown men suffering from trauma, when the youth come to them, they have the men haven't fully developed how to deal with this trauma. And so they're misguiding these guys.
And what does that do? It creates a cycle.
Yep.
And it just goes to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next.
And so our challenge is to become better to become better as men, to become better as leaders in our community, to become those people who we can, can be the go-tos and become the protectors of our community again. Um, when we were growing up, man, the men who were in our communities, they were patrolling everybody. They were the neighborhood fathers.
Yeah.
Now you can't even say nothing to somebody's kid. If the kid is acting up,
Man.
you can't say anything because then the parent is knocking on you. That's my kid. You don't say anything to them.
Think about you grew up just like I did, Project.
Mm-hmm.
Think about how many dad figures you had when you was growing up.
Yeah.
They was everywhere.
Yeah.
And you better had to respect them too.
Exactly. Because they going to check you. Then they going to tell your father or mother.
Yeah.
And then they going to check you too.
You thought it was a lose-lose situation, but it was actually a win-win. Now
Yeah.
that we older, we know.
Yeah.
But it's just so different now. Like, it's just so different.
Man, I told this story one time in the barbershop because one of my OGs came, and I'll never forget this, man. I was trying to hang out on the block, call myself, trying to hustle a little bit, and I was getting ready to go to school. Man, these dudes kicked me off the block, and they told me, man, go get your education, man. You got a future. If you need something, reach out to us, man. We'll help you out. But nah, you don't need to be out here, man. You don't need to be caught up in this. You already got a future, man.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here. You going to school. Don't throw it away, man. Go.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this brother in the barbershop, man, it was a packed barbershop, man. About 20 people in that shop. And I thanked him in front of them. He was like, nah, man, don't do that. I was like, nah, I need to do that. And more people need to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it right now. Because when we say success leaves clues, it's more than just money. It's how many people can bring up your name in their success story. That's when you're leaving clues, because now you're looking at this person who's a valued member of the community, and they're saying, I wouldn't be where I was if it wasn't for Fatt. I wouldn't be where I was if it wasn't for Bigg. I wouldn't, this person, they sat down and talked to me before. That's a success.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we just look at it in terms of monetary gain, in terms of how much we could show off to people and stuff like that. That's not really success. Because, when I met Don King and I asked him, I said, look, I heard you say that if you can count it, you ain't got it. And he was like, yeah, because I can only count this so high.
Mm-hmm.
And if I get there and I still got money left, then I got money. He said, but if you can count it and you could get there, you ain't got it. And most of us, we feel like, you could tell everybody what you got. Man, I got like 10 G's in my pocket right now. You ain't got it. You ain't got it. $1 million ain't even no money. You talk to the wealthiest people out here, man, they will tell you. If they got down to $1 million in their account right now, they'd be crying broke.
Panicking, yeah.
They'd be ready to jump off a building.
Mm-hmm.
But here we are. We're aspiring to get to that. You see how the mindset is different? So now, instead of looking at them like they sold their soul or something, why aren't you looking at yourself and being like, you know what? I got the same amount of time on this earth as this person. This is the information age, so you have the same access to the same information that they do. It's all about how you use that information. Like, AI is active right now. I don't know much about it, trying to learn more. But there's some people who are taking courses and figured out how to use AI so that it benefits them. Most of us are using AI to create goofy images of people and different things like that. Like, we're using AI for all the wrong things. And so, now what? When you use it for that, then what? You're cheating yourself. You're cheating yourself. You're not really cheating anybody else but yourself, because you could be using that to benefit you, to maybe become a revenue generating stream. We don't even look at the simple things that we do, man. Some people are great at doing certain things. Some people do hair in their homes and stuff, do nails and all this. And nah, I could never do that for other people. Why not? Why not? But you could go and spend your money on somebody else, Miss Tish. You could go and spend money at another place for them to give you that service, but you wouldn't want people to come to you.
Right.
Oh, I no new friends. I don't get along with new people. So how can you grow a business if you don't want to get to know anybody new?
You'll stay right where you are.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. It's like we're in an age now where everything is a service. Everything is a service, and it's listen. You probably haven't even met the person yet who could change your life, but you're stuck in the same circle. You have to grow. You have to meet new people to experience new things. And we block our blessing every time we say that no new friends thing. Because how are you going to learn? How are you going to learn if you're not putting yourself out there to learn? You're doing the same thing every single day that you've been doing all your life that's gotten you to the same place that you are that you're not happy with. Definition of insanity.
Mm-hmm.
You expecting a change to happen, but you're not changing anything to make the change happen.
It's kind of like fear, actually. You're scared.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Because you don't believe enough in yourself,
Mm-hmm.
which goes back to what I was talking about a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe enough in yourself that you can win? Because if you do, you will bet on yourself. You got to bet on yourself to win. And most people won't even bet on themselves. If it takes a little extra work, they won't even do it. Most people, you get off your job, you come home, and you sit it down. You don't want to put any time into anything else. You look at that as wasted time. No, we got to do better, man. So our challenge is to, let's be better for our community. Let's be better for our people. Let's be better for our future. That's how I feel about it.
I mean, absolutely, because we have to be the vessel. We have to be the ones to set the example. We have to be the ones. I think real success comes from helping others.
Mm-hmm.
And, you can't be afraid to come outside your comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to say, you know what, I'm going to roll the dice. Like you said, I'm going to bet on me.
Yeah.
I'm a build this business. I'm going to build this empire. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to be financially secure. You have to be, like you said, the whole no new friends thing. I mean, I know it's a song that Drake came out with years ago or whatever, but people actually adapted that, and you hear people saying that. I think it's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Like, why would some of the best people in my life I've met later on in my life. Like, you can miss me with that. I mean, if you have something that can rub off on me to make me get a little bit further, and I can show somebody else how to get a little bit further, nice to meet you. My name is Ira, or my name is Fatt. Like, I want to put me on, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Put me on.
Yes.
How can I be down?
Exactly.
Like, I ain't.
How Brandy said, I want to be down.
Yeah, like, I ain't. Like,
listen. Man, but listen, once again, this is the Bigg and Fatt podcast. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We're still fine-tuning things and getting things off the road, getting things, up and running. You're going to see some changes happening over the coming weeks. We're going to start incorporating guests.
We're going to pull some dope guests in here.
Yeah.
I already got some people in mind. We're going to pull some guests in here.
Yep.
This is going to be entertaining. Again, this is just the beginning for us. This is
Yeah.
like a baby learning how to walk or whatever.
Working out all the kinks, man.
We just hang in there with us and follow, and because, and we get big, you want to come to the party. we probably gonna have it at the American League. No, we ain't gonna have it there. They make you sign the book. The dude with all the pins on his head, is he still down there? He used to always kick me out. I come in there. God bless him if he's still here. I don't know, but he used to have about 100 pins in his hat. And I used to go in there and say, like, how is he a member of all of these different lodges? Like, you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I know exactly.
And he was always so mean. And he would always say, take your hat off. Take my hat off for what? Sign the book for what? This ain't no goddamn repass. This is just a juke joint. This Harpo's. Why you gotta keep signing the book? This is Harpo's, man.
Yo.
It's kind of like it's like when you go to those funerals at the, I don't want to get all into this mess, man, because I'm going to start getting silly, but it's kind of like when you go to the funerals at the, not at the church, but it'd be at like the actual, the funeral homes.
Yeah.
And they say not to curse, or like if you sharing memories and you say damn whatever, oh, you're not supposed to curse. This is not a church. This is kind of sort of a waiting room. Right? It's kind of like a waiting room.
Yo.
Like, it's not really a church. You can say damn inside of Howard K. Hill, or what's the other one? All Faith. You can curse at those funerals, people. You don't have to be all politically correct at those.
Why are you endorsing cursing?
I don't know.
What are we doing here?
I don't know.
How did we get here?
I don't know. Hey, listen, this is Bigg and Fatt, so we said we gonna talk about whatever. So I mean, but nah, don't curse at the funeral.
Listen, man.
Don't
Once
do it.
again, we thank you guys for tuning in, man. I'm getting out of here, man. The Bigg and Fatt podcast.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Big man,